All right. Okay. Um, Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, great and wonderful people. All over the world, I greet you according to your time zone, wherever you are joining us from. Thank you for joining us. When you are joining us, share the video. Invite others to join. While you are joining, share the video. Invite others to join. All right, we are coming out. So, welcome. I hope you enjoyed your holidays, and thank God we are actually here. And I hope that everyone that went for holidays, they are actually back to the base without any problem or any casualty reported. So, thank God that we are here and we are back again to continue where we left off. Of course, you can see what we have in our screen. That's exactly what we're going to talk about. That is the military junta and how they are progressing in the Sahel region, where they were isolated by the by the influence used to isolate them, especially by your leaders in the Sahel region, who try to isolate the military junta, but it looks like the isolation of the military junta is not working, and the military junta are progressing. They are becoming a progressive nation, and they are growing both in their GDP, their economies is growing, and they have formed alliance that will eventually replace ECOWAS in that Sahel region. Of course, we know that people go where, or reasonable people, I may say, go where it is actually successful. They are not going where it is going to be tough. So we are going to talk about and touch base with these stories that is emanating from the Sahel region and the relationship between the military junta and the new president of Ghana. And secondly, most important reason why we are here is what you see here in your screen. This is the reason why we are here. Those autopilot who claimed or who are claiming that they receive invitation to attend the inaugural ceremony of the 47th inauguration of United States President DT. So I want you to know that just like I made in my intro video or my previous video that I posted earlier on, telling you about how these guys are actually using a little thing that does not have any significant value towards our struggle for freedom or struggle for self-determination, using it to actually lure people into conning them. Because that is exactly what they learned from their con man, the con artist called Berima in Finland. That's exactly what they have learned from him. And that's exactly the same thing we are going to debunk. I have seen this making wave in Twitter. Some people who are reasonable saw them and know that they could edit this because they are good with editing and Photoshop. So that's exactly what we are here to clarify, because what you see here is what they actually says that they are invited to the inaugural ceremony of Donald Trump. Now, what I am here to show you is evidence that this is insignificant and no one knows that they are attending if eventually this is authentic, because I can easily change their name from what is here right now. I can go into my computer, remove their name and put mine. It will become that I have been invited in the inaugural ceremony. It is done just to, convert from PDF to Word. If you convert from PDF to Word, you just add your name there, convert it back to PDF. It is very simple. But now, I am not going to actually emphasize that this is fake. I'm not going to tell you whether it is fake or original, because we have to find out that by ourselves. And I believe that those of our people who are residing in the United States, they can confirm what I am going to show you right now, and they are actually going to do the experiment in order to ascertain whether or not what we have here is authentic, because what these people has been able to achieve is using simple things that does not have any significant value towards our struggle for self-determination to deceive those who has never left their village before, in order to make them or lure them into exploiting them by extorting money from them in the name that they are donating towards the independence or towards the struggle for, Biafra restoration. That's exactly why it is imperative that we continue to debunk things like this in order to wake our people up from their illusion. Because many people are delusional. Once you show them this type of thing, they believe that you are doing it, and they believe that, this is actually who is taking us where we are going, without knowing that they are con artists. They are con artists looking forward or looking for any possible mean in order to extort money and deceive Biafrans, for Biafra to believe that they are doing something significant towards our, the restoration of Biafra. But I'm here to bust their bubbles, just like we always do, because when we see this danger, we come out to announce it and to expose it to our people, so that our people will understand what is going on. And that's exactly something we are about to do. I am going to show you step by step. If you are residing in the United States right now, if you want to attend the 47th inaugural ceremony of Donald Trump, I'm going to show you step by step on how to, receive the invitation letter. Right now, I am going to give you the actual website on how you can actually, get this that is above here. No one will know you are coming. You are just a fan who is going to attend the ceremony. If you are an organization, they will reserve more seats for you. If you register as an organization, you will receive more seats, up to 5 seats that they will reserve for you as an organization coming with some other people. So now, the reason why it is important for you to know this, because at the end of the day, just like the shenanigan that was presented to us in Finland in the name that they are declaring Biafra, which you have seen that it has not, it doesn't actually add anything significant towards our struggle for the restoration of Biafra. You saw that shenanigan was a money-making scheme, which they use, and this has been what they always use in order to extort money from you and our people. The same thing that the Eperima in Finland used to actually act, appear relevant, as if he is working even better than what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was doing. So I want you to know that everything that they have presented to you, it is nothing but an act, a movie set that will captivate your mind, and you will believe that these people are more formidable than even Nnamdi Kanu himself. That is exactly what these people has been doing. They call this one Orabueze, they call this one Eunice or Eunice. All this bullshit that they are doing it just for themselves to be, to to appear relevant in your eyes. These people know no important person in the United States. They know nobody that is of a significant importance to what we are doing. They know nobody that will link you to that will connect you to anybody in Washington D.C. that is going to help us to get what we are fighting for. Meanwhile, even if they know somebody, it is not basically how you are going to obtain your freedom, because you are looking for freedom and you are actually going into the same people, or going to seek for this freedom from the same people who are benefiting from your captivity. So it doesn't make sense. We are going to analyze this and put it to rest. Yes, what we are going to show you right now, I want you also to follow me. First of all, I am going to turn this my camera to my computer. This military junta stuff, we're going to come back to it once we are done with showing you exactly what these people are doing in the name that they are going to get you Biafra in Washington, D.C., that they have been invited to attend the 47th inaugural ceremony in the United States as your Biafra government in exile. That's exactly what these people are trying to perpetrate and trying to present to you, to make you believe they are doing something, and you are putting your energy and your mind into what does not have any significant value to what you are doing. Now, I want you to look at this. Have you seen the website? You can see the website. It says T47inaugural.com/tickets. T47inaugural.com/tickets. This website guides you through to obtain the ticket, obtain the pass to attend the inaugural ceremony of the upcoming United States president. Now, let's actually go for it. If you are joining us, share the video. While you are here, share the video. Chijoke Duru Ike, happy Sunday. Thank you for joining us. Onyemuche Obi, Ndewo Machineke. Thank you for joining us. Brainbox, they are all liars and children of deceivers. I can even get such invitation from Trump inauguration. Definitely. So let's actually show some of our people, especially those who cannot actually reason because they lack information, because information, they say, is indeed power. So let's show our people. If you go to this website, 47inaugural.com/tickets and /ticket and /, then we are going to obtain this ticket. Let's scroll down. I hope you can see exactly what I am showing you right now. I hope you can see it. Can you see? Inaugural reserved ticket request. Because they will tell you that the president-elect invited them himself. That he invited them himself. That's what they are going to tell you, that he invited them himself. But I am going to show you how they claim and their claims. Look at this. Swearing-in ceremony and presidential parade will be open to the public on the National Mall and on Pennsylvania Avenue, respectively, as the general admission. This provides a wonderful opportunity to join fellow Americans in witnessing this monumental event. We encourage you to arrive early to secure your spot and be part of this unforgettable day in our nation's capital. As a reminder, you do not need ticket to attend the swearing-in ceremony. Look at that. Now let's fill the form. If we want to actually attend, we fill in the form, first name, you write your first name, then last name, you write your last name, salutation, dear sir. Salutation, dear sir. Then address. Which address can we use? What address? We can use any address. Any address. You add any address here. Maybe any address you add your city. Add your city. New York City. Then state. New York, or not Nevada. We'll add your state. New York State. Now you add your email. Now we continue to go. You add phone number. You add phone number. From your phone number, you add organization. Now this is where you need to question them, to ask them which organization did they add here that granted them the position of 4 seats. That granted them the position of 4 seats. Is it IPOB or what? Which organization did these guys who claim that they have obtained this in front of your screen, which organization did they use? Because when you go as an organization, you will secure more than 1 seat. Now look at that. Number of tickets. If I add as an organization, if I add the name of organization, just as if I say Judge Money Organization, then we come down here. Because it's a late application, maybe I say I want to secure 2 seats, then I cannot submit. Do you know why? Because I need to add phone number and an address. So if I click submit, it will require address and phone number, zip code. It will require zip code, address, and phone number. So if I add these 2 things, you will find out it will take me to a page where I am going to be invited. And this invitation goes straight to my email address, which is this email that I have added here. Now, anyone who resides in the United States can obtain this that you see in front of your screen. This is exactly what Orabueze or Obuleze is using to deceive some fish brain among us. This is what she and co use to deceive our people, and our people will believe that they are going to Washington D.C. to represent Biafra, or they are going to Washington D.C. to give you Biafra. Now the question is, everything they are doing it because they have faction right now. They are divided into 3 sections or even into 2. So what they are doing right now is to try to deceive the people who are outside the United States, or even people who are inside the United States uninformed. Because there are a lot of people who are living even in the United States that are very, very uninformed. that will see this invitation, they will believe that these people are the only way, are the way to follow to get our freedom. While at it, they will con you, just like their master, Eberima, who is chilling in the most, secured prison in Finland today as a terrorist, is using to brainwash our people. Forget about those people they brought to say that are actually declaring Biafra in Finland. We saw those are shenanigans. Those shenanigans they put up there, like I told you, that what they used was an act called incongruence. Incongruence is an act where your action does not align with your speech, which will actually enable you to get away with every word that you say. Everything that you say, it cannot be used against you because it is not in alignment with your action. That is incongruence. That's what they use. Those people you saw that came to represent them, or that they paid, of course, because they cannot appear in such places for free. They will pay them. They will give them, of course, a ticket to go there, because everything boils down to how to make more money, how to make people believe that they are doing something that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu could not do. That's exactly the narrative they want to push out there, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu does not involve, or even the IPOB, they don't involve themselves in the shenanigan such as this, because going to obtain a ticket to attend the ceremony of inauguration, any reasonable person will tell you that when Chris Brown visited South Africa, or when any celebrity visited a country, you buy a ticket, you purchase a ticket to obtain a seat where you are going to sit. If you want, you purchase a VIP ticket. If you want, you purchase other normal tickets, and all of them you are attending the ceremony. Does not mean that Chris Brown knows that you are coming. He doesn't know you are coming. You know he is there, he is coming, but he does not know about you. That's exactly what you see here. Friends and fans. Fans actually are the ones who fill in this form, and you attend the ceremony of this inauguration. Does not mean that anybody knows you or anybody knows that you are coming. It is, some of these invitations are actually automated. So once your address shows that you are living in the United States, you give them all the details that you need. They will forward you this invitation automatically through your email, and then that's exactly how these people were able to obtain this bullshit you see here. That's how they were able to obtain this rubbish you see here. And they come to tell us that they are invited. I saw how they wrote it on Twitter in an inverted comma. We are invited, and we are going to go with 6 guests to represent Biafra, United States of Biafra, Fumumugu. That's exactly the way they actually presented this story. And that's exactly what triggered me that I must debunk this thing. And even this thing that you see here, what you see here, I can easily create this. This autopilot and their government in prison, they are very good at Photoshop. They are very, very good at Photoshop. They can create this. I can take this right now, remove the name. All I need to do is to do this. Let me show you a very simple way to do that. A very, very simple way to do that. So, let me show you one moment. One moment. So a simple way to do it is I can easily do it online. Go on Google, write convert. You know, I am going to teach you a little bit of something. I'm going to show you my screen right now. Convert PDF to Word. Did you see what I'm going to show you on Google right now? What you're going to see here. Convert PDF to Word. Once you write that, you upload the picture. You see, it takes you to how to do it for free. Once you do that, you upload. You see where you can upload the PDF. You upload the PDF, convert it to Word. Once you convert it to Word, then you edit. You edit. And there is no need of showing you because this is Oluwole. That is exactly what you call Oluwole. But we don't do Oluwole. There is no need to showing you Oluwole stuff. So that is how you can even change the name that appears on this. Change the name that appears on this and put your name and post it on Twitter and tell people that they also invited you because you know in person the upcoming president or the president-elect, or you know the people who are working for him, who are going to deliver Biafra in a golden platter for you guys. So that's exactly the narrative that they are sharing here. It is very simple. We know the good, we know the evil. That's why we can be able to detect what exactly they are presenting to you and actually open it up and analyze it to you so that you will not be a victim of hoping that you are getting Biafra today or you are getting Biafra tomorrow because Orabueze or Eunice is invited by the president to attend the inaugural ceremony. That is not the case. The case is that these people are con artists. They are con artists that want to find a way to be relevant. These people are irrelevant. They are irrelevant. You know, at some point, they don't even have anything that they can do that will assist Biafra to be restored. Just like their mastermind, Ekperima in Finland, immediately when he was captured, he declared himself as a content creator. The only opportunity that Ekperima had to market our brand, to market Biafra, the only opportunity that he has to market Biafra, even if it warrant him going to prison. Because he said that you people call him Mwejibuago. Nelly called him Mwejibu Monkey. You people called him that he's willing to do anything to restore Biafra. Just a way to market Biafra, to tell the world that because of Biafra, I am willing to go to prison. The only thing he said, I am content creator. He started showing video where he was dancing because it was already premeditated. Premeditated. Everything they do has been premeditated. That's why he was always dancing and showing you so that he will use that to present to defend himself. But he does not know that the content creator does not order people to unalive other people. That's what he does not know. He does not know that people he was lying to in the name that he is a content creator. In the name that he was a content creator has been gathering evidence against him, has been following him. They'll be using all this, what do you call them? Cyber security. They've been using cyber investigators to investigate his activities in the media space and his activities of the media, So they've been investigating him. Him creating those content where he danced in order to use that to protect himself, that to say he is a content creator. Just like the man they invited in their so-called restoration of Biafra or declaration of Biafra, just like you can see the act of incongruence, because everything they do is premeditated, that when they'll always create some way where the law, they will find a loophole to manipulate the law. That's why the man they claimed they invited from Washington, D.C. was actually using incongruence tactics in order to present whatever he was saying. He would be saying that his eye contact does not align with what he was saying. His body language will not be in alignment with what he was saying. Therefore, everything he says will never be used against him in the court of law. This law is applicable in the UK. This law is applicable in Australia. This law is applicable in the United States. As long as your testimony does not align with your action or your eye contact, it cannot be used against you in the court of law. It cannot be used as an evidence against you. So that's exactly what these people were able to present to those who cannot understand, who are not exposed enough to understand what is going on and what these people are using the mind of our people to do. And that's why they asked that man, have you drank tea with Donald Trump? The man said, I drank tea, that's all. He never said, I did not drink tea with Donald Trump. I drank tea, that's all. So, all those things, when you put him to actually defend the tea, he will say, I just admitted that I drank tea, that's all. He showed his cup. But people who cannot reason, who believe that he accepted he was drinking tea with Donald Trump. So every action that these people are presenting to our people to manipulate and lie to our people, they are premeditated. They always have a safety precaution. They always have a plan to escape the wrath of the law. That's what these people do all the time. And that's what their mastermind in Finland knows how to do best. But little did he know. Remember, he claimed he was a lawyer, a senior legal advisor, who does not know what is against the law and what is within the ambit of the law. He doesn't know. But he was a senior. He claimed that he is a senior, or he was a senior legal advisor. Senior legal advisor. Because he believed that his content creation will defend him after he might have ordered for unaliving people in Biafra land, using his Twitter to admit these things. He does it. He used Twitter to admit that, gutter media like BBC will write for him, IPOB, unaliving people in Biafra land, and they will show him as the leader of IPOB, that Nnamdi Kanu may continue to be languishing in jail, and he was ready to protect himself with his content creation in the case where he is going to be called for questioning. He was already made plan to say that I was or I am a content creator. All these things you see, they were content. That was his plan. He does not know that the God of Biafra will always expose the criminals and the criminal elements amongst those who profess the desire to fight for Biafra restoration. That's exactly what the God of the land because people have actually succumbed or died for this cause. And people are using this to make money. It is a money-making scheme. They are using it to extort money from other people to gain relevance with the other people's blood. That's what these people are doing, including this, because this faction that is disturbing them, they have created a new faction amongst their government in prison. Now, they are fighting who is going to convince these followers that Ekperima built, who is going to control this Umu Okoko that is put together by Ekperima. That's why you see these things being brought up. Like I showed you, this is how you can obtain this. Look at it. This is how you can obtain this. Fill in your name here. Log on to this website. Fill in your name here. The website is T47inaugural.com. T47inaugural.com. You will be invited, since they claim that they were invited as important people of a nation. They were invited. You will also be invited. Just tap in there. If you are living in the United States, type in T47inaugural.com. Fill in the form. You will also be invited to attend the 47th inaugural ceremony of Donald Trump as the United States President-elect. So, that's exactly how you can actually receive this paper or ticket that is here. You see where you put your information. You see where you put your information, your address. If you have the organization, your email, because the response is automatically going to come to your email. So that's exactly how it works. So in an event where these people will come and tell you, we are going to represent Biafra in the inaugural ceremony of Donald Trump, tell them that they are criminal. They are debunked. These are a bunch of, con artists that are well trained by Ekperima in Finland. That's what they do. And that is exactly what they are good at. Biafrans are supposed to be wiser now. When they see this type of people, they should actually avoid them. Because these people are here to unalive, to steal, and to destroy. Those are the evil ones. The bad egg who are there to make money from the from the suffering of our people on the ground. The military are unaliving our people unabated in Biafra land as Saredo Kubo's criminals unaliving our people in Biafra land unabated, whilst these people, these con artists, are in the United States, in Finland, in different parts of Europe, conning our people in the name of fighting for Biafra for them. Have you ever seen any one of them talking about Nnamdi Kanu anymore? No. They are talking about their Ekperima. They are not even talking about their Ekperima anymore. They are talking about who is going to be in charge. Who is going to be in charge. That's what they are talking, because it's all about relevance and money. It's all about relevance and money. That's what they do. So if you want to attend the inaugural ceremony of Donald Trump, just like the Orabueze and the Eunice are bragging that they were invited. Remember, they didn't say that they applied to go. They said that they were invited. They were invited because when the response comes to your email, the response will come, you are invited. So once you fill in the form, under the application, the response will come that you are invited to the ceremony of Donald Trump. That's how the response. So, they were claiming that they were invited. Invited by whom? Invited by nobody. they filled in the form and invited themselves. When any celebrity, if Davido is coming to Imo State, you buy ticket. Does it mean that Davido invited you? No. You invited yourself. You bought the ticket to go watch Davido. You bought the ticket to go watch Burna Boy. You bought the ticket to go watch Flavor Nabania. So that's exactly how it works. So our people, open your eyes to see. Because all these small things that you see, you say, no, this is not nothing. Those are the things that actually, make the mind of our uninformed people, especially people in the zoo that has never left the zoo for the first time, they will always believe that no, these people are very far. These people have gone so far. These people have done more than even Nnamdi Kanu. These people have gone so far. In fact, I can even give them everything I have. Con artist, Ibn Bada, Fabo Gaiman, Ibn Bada, Fabo Yahoo. So in Badeda, Umo Yahoo at Elieki. Umo Yahoo Simon said till aside. Well, if I know Bubolo, Kuzi Alpha case at all of Uma. So Umuya, Olabuez and Andoti, a Famutalo well. So Fane said is Jolo. All Kahane said is in Isu Munai. N'isu ụmụnna anyị na-ata afụfụ na-anwụ maka ije nwere onwe Biafra. Ọwụ ife ndị anụnwa nọ na-weluzie ndị a melụ mgbada. Weluzie afa melụ mgbada. Ụmụnna anyị na-ada afụ ihe edel, information. Ụmụnna anyị na-ada afụ ụzọ n'ife na-eme na mba ụwa. Fewelu fa melụ mgbada. Onazo na afio. Orabueze, Berima in Finland, he is doing it. Imagine this Orabueze, his second in command, has been invited by Donald Trump. Who's in Twitter now? Have been invited. Dude, nobody invited nobody. You invite yourself. So those in the United States, this is the website, t47inaugural.com. Then you go in, get yourself a seat to go and support the inauguration ceremony of the 47th presidential, inauguration. So this is actually what I am here to inform our people, so that they will not fall the victim of what these people are doing. They will not fall the victim of what these people are doing. It is imperative that those who does not know, we show them the way. The ignorant ones who will see it and say that Judge Money is jealous, that's why Judge Money is doing this. Judge Money is not jealous. If I wanted to attend this ceremony, I could attend it. I could actually attend it, but it's of no significant importance to me. It is of no significant value to me. So I don't need to go there, because it is just attending. It's like going to attend a ceremony that you will just go there, do your stuff, and then you come back home. You spend your money, go there, at the end of the day, nothing done. Exactly. That's the way it is. No one knows you are there. Just like the celebrity you bought their ticket to go and watch does not know you are there. That's the way it is. So it is not about, it is about opening the eyes of our people to see these simple ways which these people are using to actually bring your mind to think that they are working, tirelessly more than other people to get you Biafra, even though they have actually given you Biafra. They say they have given you Biafra. I don't know if you have taken it, because they say they have given you Biafra in Finland. I don't know whether you collected it or you still left it. I don't know. You have to just inform us, because that's the same way things has been going from the emergence of Eberima in Finland. Everything is a theory. everything is a lie, everything is just on the behind the microphone. They are talking jargon, brainwashing you. Everything is all about brainwash. There is no reality. It's all about realism. That's what they use to brainwash you, for you to think that this is happening. Nothing is happening. These people have not done anything, not even a step towards restoration of Biafra. All they do is they go out there, take pictures, they go out there, bring irrelevant people just because they are people of European descent. They bring them to us, to your phone, and they tell them what to say. They say it. Those hungry people, they say it. And once they say it, you will think that these people, once they tell you that they are from Washington, D.C., they are from there, they are, of course, Umokoko, you will believe. Because you don't reason. You don't know the real Yahoo. You don't know about it. But I will forgive you for your ignorance. This is where I am going to leave it. If you know, you know. If you don't know, not your fault. So, another thing that we are going to talk about here is the progression of the military junta. How they are able to transform their isolation and now attracting people into their bloc, which they have formed in order to proceed with their, their process of being totally liberated and free from the activities of colonial, colonial hold and the neo-colonial against them. So this is exactly what you see here. I'm going to read a brief, article that was presented by, and I love it that this article was presented by Channels Television, because we know very well that on the inaugural ceremony of this new Ghana presidential inaugural ceremony, that military junta was there. Remember when your Tinubu was actually trying to scare these people or threaten them with military intervention? Even Ghana supported. But as wise as Ghana is, they have actually turned 360 degrees. They are now standing with the military junta because they are seeing the blessings of being a prodigal son against the colonial masters. They have seen the blessings of being a prodigal son against the colonial rule. That's exactly what Ghana have seen. They have seen the light, but ignorant Nigeria will never see the light because they believe that who will tell us what? We are the giant of failure, of course, with no adequate hospital, no infrastructural development, nothing. That you are giant of Generator Republic. Let us read and find out what exactly is went on in Ghana in the last week. Okay, junta chief in West Africa look increasingly less isolated. After overthrowing civilian government between 2020 and 2023, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger have created the Alliance of Sahel State, AES, a defense pact formed after they have announced they were quitting regional West African bloc ECOWAS. A mere 18 months ago, West African leaders considered military intervention to stop Niger from falling under the sway of a junta following a coup. Now, some of the nations are warming to Niger and its military-led allies, Mali and Burkina Faso, who in the meantime have forged ever closer ties. After overthrowing civilian government between 2020 and 2023, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger Republic have created the Alliance of Sahel State, AES, a defense pact formed after they announced they were quitting regional West African bloc ECOWAS. Their departure from Economic Community of ECOWAS, African states takes effect on January 29. Yet, the three countries, all key players in the vast Sahel region where jihadists are gaining ground, appear to be far from isolation. Remember, the primary plan was to isolate them so that they would beg for their lives. But today, they appear to be less isolated. Now, let's see what the new Ghana president have, to say, or have planned, for his future relationship with the military junta. Now, let's look at that. Ghana's new president, John Mahama, holds a Bible as he takes oath of office as his inauguration at the Independence Square in Accra on January 7, 2025. ECOWAS on January 1st, 2025. Okay, we scroll up. ECOWAS threat of military intervention in Niger in August 2023 marked a breaking point for Sahel countries who viewed the body as subservient to former colonial power France. The trio have turned their back on Paris and are seeking out new partners such as Russia, Turkey, and China. Several ECOWAS members appear to have adopted a less hostile approach towards AES Confederation recently, especially Togo, which for years has been a mediator in political crisis in the region. Togo Foreign Minister Robert Dussey even ventured on Thursday that his country could join the AES, saying he believed the Togolese people would support the move. That's a progressive nation. That's a progressive nation. Next door, Ghana is also showing sign of a shift in stance under newly elected President John Dramani Mahama. Among those at his inauguration in Accra was Burkina Faso Junta Chief Captain Ibrahim Traore on his first trip in Africa outside of an AES member. Remember, they isolated them. They were not able to travel across African countries except those AES countries, which is Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. They travel among themselves, then China to Russia. Those are the places they were able to go because of this isolation that was proposed against them led by your Tinubu, who tried to isolate these people for fighting for their independence, to fight for being a prodigal son against the neo-colonial rules that prevent them from economic growth and opportunity for their people from progressing into, economic growth. Now, Ghana is interested in joining their, alliance. Remember the former president who, took Ghana to recession, not only recession, economic meltdown, was part of those who were preparing military to invasion to Niger Republic. Now the new president, I believe he is going to do better for taking this stance and this bold step to support progressive nation that is fighting for their independence and total liberation from the colonial rules and the colonial powers. He is interested in joining this, bloc that is newly formed by the military junta, who is supposed to be isolated by the Sahel region. Think about it. Togo, they are also interested in joining AES. Now, let's see what it says. Mahama on Thursday met Mali's Prime Minister Abdoulaye Maïga. Ghana's engagement with AES exemplified by General Maïga's visit suggests Accra sees value in bridging divides and maintaining dialogue despite current polarization, said Ghana-based international relation expert Vladimir Antiwi Danso. Now in Senegal, President Bassirou Diomaye Faye has had diplomatic contact with junta-led trio since he took power in April last year, though he failed to convince them to return to ECOWAS fold. He called them to return to ECOWAS fold, but let's see. While jihadists linked to Al-Qaeda and Islamic State group have waged a bloody insurgency in the Sahelian countries for more than a decade, northern part of some coastal countries have also not escaped the violence. The Al-Qaeda-linked group to support Islam and Muslim GNIM makes no secret of its desire to advance into Ghana, Togo, and especially Benin. Benin suffered one of its deadliest attacks earlier this month when jihadists killed 28 soldiers in the north, near the borders with Burkina Faso and Niger. Togo and Benin are the most affected after the AES. There aren't 10,000 solutions. We have to join forces. There is no 10,000 solution. The final, agreement is that they have to join forces with this, military junta, the so-called prodigal sons of Sahel region. They have no choice than to join force because they have seen the effective nature of doing away with this colonial power who is claiming that they are defending you against insurgency of this terrorism, whilst this terrorism is actually spreading their wings under the watch of these people who claim that they are fighting on your behalf. Look at that. So these people have shown interest. So therefore, military juntas are not going to be isolated anymore. Thanks to the countries in Sahel region or West African region who have actually seen the light, that this colonial solution or neo-colonial plans is not going to work or solve your problem. The only thing that will solve your problem is you. If you dedicate yourself to solve your problem, eventually your problem will be solved. For those of you who are in Nigeria claiming all these ethnicity bigots, they claiming that Igbos are your problem, Igbos are asking you to let them go. Look at the Igwe who just cried out when our properties were being demolished in Lagos. He cried out. Just for the sake of crying out, they targeted him and labeled him a terrorist, and they took Igwe in. More than a year, Igwe spent in jail, in the custody, for the sake of crying out for how Igbo people were marginalized and being ostracized in Lagos State. For you to see the marginalization and how they are targeting the Igbos, and you want Igbos to continue to shout one Nigeria, God forbid. You want Igbos to continue to shout one Nigeria under 60, that had independence in the last 60-something years, no infrastructural development, no good road, there is no development that in the 21st century, we are still talking about human rights. 21st century, we are still talking about human rights. right to vote and to be voted for. We are still talking about that, and you want us to continue to endure. Endure until when? The progressive nation have seen the light that the only way is to unite with these people who have actually been free, totally free from their colonial masters' control. And they are making progress. Are you aware that they have this Traore rejected of Burkina, rejected IMF loan? But every monetary policies that is being implemented by your sitting president in the name of Tinubu is all about attracting more IMF loan. Because every, monetary policy is telling you you are going to be calling with 18 naira, you are going to be SMSing with 6 naira. It is all about attracting more loan. All these things are being actually, it is conditions that is being given by IMF to broaden their, what do you call that? Their buying power or their lending power, so that they will attract more IMF loan. Because the more you introduce monetary policy, even though you do not care whether it is helping the nation to grow or actually, intimidating the people who voted for you or the people who are the masses of the nation, they don't care. All they care about is that they must be able to attract more IMF and World Bank loan. And after that, they will leave office. Who is there to pay it? You will continue to suffer because of that same loan that they are making room to attract. Because every monetary policies that is being implemented in Nigeria is all for creating room for more loans, so that this monetary policies, collection of tax, more tax, will be servicing the loan, while these loans you will not see what it is used for. That's exactly the conundrum that you find yourself into dealing with, and you do not know how to come out of it, because even those who read economics cannot read the room. They cannot understand exactly what's going on in the country. What they are looking at is monetary policy. Yes, this monetary policy is going to help. Every nation that develops has to pay sacrifice. Sacrifice on what? Overburdened, economy. People who are already overburdened, you are now introducing more monetary policy that will burden them the more. If you think about internationally, how much is Nigeria passport? Let's think about it. How much is Nigeria passport? Nigeria passport is more than $200. It's more than $200. Nigeria passport is more than $200, or it's more than $250 to renew your Nigeria passport. No one is complaining. No one is complaining. It will be better. Each and every time what we hear it is that things are going to be better. That according to this monetary policy, this increment, it is just going to make things better. Things continue to get worse, and you are not complaining, because they know that they call Nigeria people resilient. They just do it. They will complain for 2 days. They will adjust. They are very, very resilient. The market is very, very... When is it that you are going to get your reprieve from all these monetary policies that does not curb inflation rate, that does not bring down the cost of living, it does not bring down the cost of, the only thing that actually fights inflation is mostly the price of petrol. If the price of petrol is down, inflation is also being fought with that. But you don't see this. The only thing they introduce more tax, monetary policy that introduce more tax that overburdens households, and it is not helping to do anything. At the end of the day, you want people like me who are enlightened, informed about economic development, about how to run a government. You will tell me that I should join force with you and your, your delusional mind to say that his monetary policy is going to elevate you from economic hardship to all of a sudden to economic development. No, it does not happen that way. Because the monetary policy is helping the rich. It is helping for you to get more IMF loan. It is not helping you to actually have economic or financial freedom. It is overburdening you more and more and more. That's why there is no development. You can see an industry like Nollywood in Nigeria. Look at that industry. Is that industry progressive? The answer is no. Nollywood is not progressive. This is industry we grow up believing that in the 21st century that we are at right now, they will actually have more, they will actually advance in technology. That when we watch Nollywood, it will be able to compete with Bollywood. But that's not the way. We're not talking about Hollywood, because Hollywood, they can never. So look at that. Nollywood, you see your legendary actors like Emeka Ike, Genevieve, Ransom Noah, Jim Ike, Hans Anuku. All of these people, some of them are dying poor. Some of them are very poor because there is nothing like revolutionization. They don't understand such thing because they all care about the money. That's why Nigeria is not a progressive nation. It can never progress because everyone cares about money. They cannot even afford to pay the talent. They are looking for people to be exploited. That is how the system of the country runs. It runs on exploitation of the people. That's why your legendary actors are dying poor, because they cannot even afford their medical treatment. Those we knew when we were growing up, we see these people as invincible people, untouchable people. We see them today. Aren't you ashamed of yourselves, Nigerians, when you see these things? The Nollywood has not been able to revolutionize this industry to be able to compete in the global stage. All we hear all of the time is that they will be screaming, shouting, and there will be no action that aligns with this screaming and shouting. There is no technological advancement. There is nothing. People are still drowning in the seas, in the ocean, and dying because there is no revolution brought into the organization, because there is no progression in Nigeria. Everything is falling apart. Things that you think that they are actually doing better that time, they are doing worse right now. We are in the 4th industrial revolution. They were not even able to break into this revolution era in order to take part in the 4th industrial revolution and this AI technology, in order to revolutionize their industry. And our legendary actors will be seen in our screen, and they will be paid what is their reprieve. But instead, exploiting young girls, young boys that does not even have the talent. They care about the money than the talent, because that is what Nigeria has become. There are many business people in Nigeria. They've been doing business and they believe that they are successful. They are not successful because if you imagine how long they have been in business, but they are unable to revolutionize their business. They are unable to actually take advantage of this 4th industrial revolution in order to revolutionize and bring their business to the global stage. No, they will be doing Oshodo Alaba. That is where they end up. And you look at a country like that, from the top to the bottom. From the top to the bottom, all of them have the mindset of, will I say, even the people, the ancient people are more intelligent. They are more revolutionary. They have more revolution mindset more than what we have today in the 21st century in Nigeria. Make it think about it. When we were growing up, you could see that things were more better than what it is now. Even though they say that things are supposed to be evolving, what is evolving? Absolutely nothing. You are going from bad to worse. And you believe that an angel will fall from sky and make it happen and make everything okay. Nothing is going to be okay, because your problem lies with your so-called peace and unity that you clamor for at every given time. If it is Igbo man who's supposed to do it better, how can Igbo man do it better? If it is a Yoruba man, just like you see Hausa people today crying, Tinubu this, Tinubu that, they have forgotten they have been in power for more than how many decades? They've been in power. What were they able to achieve? Nothing. Yoruba man now, a Yoruba president, Muslim ticket, what has it brought to you? Hunger and starvation, backwardness, monetary policies that does not actually, solve your economic challenges or solve your financial crisis or economic crisis. It is targeting you to make more money so that it attracts more IMF loan to put in their pocket. That's exactly what these monetary policies that are implementing all over the place is doing for you. There is no progress. We are backward. We're going backward. And you are now telling me that when I stand up to say divide Nigeria because it is too big for one man who is uneducated, uninformed, economically, academically, any otherwise, to be a president of one nation up to 250 million, but they cannot even govern their economy. They cannot even run a business in Nigeria and revolutionize it and make it global business, and it will be actually it will be all over the place, and so that your currency will be traded on. How many business has been revolutionized in Nigeria? Ever since you know businesses in Nigeria, how many of them has been revolutionized? That is known worldwide. That if I log on to, how many of them? If I log on to internet, I will be able to find your business, and I will be able to get my product regardless of where I am. How many of them? So this is an evidence to show you that you are not progressing. The country is too big for one ethnic bigot to be, and this unitary system of government has been your demise. It is too big for a black man who does not know revolution to govern. You need to be sincere to yourselves. You need to be sincere to yourself. Nigeria is overdue for referendum. Nigeria is overdue for referendum, but because of these ethnic bigotries and these political vultures that are all over the place, who cannot allow you to see the bigger picture. And you get influenced by these people, this set of people, and you believe that one day it is going to be all right. It is never going to be all right, brothers and sisters. It doesn't. When we fight Biafra, Fulani think we hate them. Hausa man think we hate them. Yoruba man think we hate them. Every other person think we hate them. No, we don't hate you. We hate that you support the things that bring the demise of the people. That's what we hate about you. We don't hate you. Today we are being able to ascertain that the reason why you see what is going on in the north is a Hausa Fulani fight. During Buhari administration, they didn't tell us this. But today we have known that it is Hausa Fulani people that are fighting with each other. We have been able to know it. So how do you think a nation like this will progress? How do you think a nation like that will ever make progress? These people and these people are fighting. Yorubas are chasing Igbos in Lagos. Hausa is fighting Fulani because Hausa has woken up and realized that Fulani has overshadowed them even though they were not indigenous. How do you think that this nation is going to, break through and take advantage of this industrial revolution that is going all over the place? Ordinary road you don't have, electricity you don't have, hope you don't have, even hopeless you cannot have. As long as you are still championing one Nigeria that is ungovernable, because the population is too big, and they know that, you know, of course, if we have, you know, in Europe, if you have a population such as Nigeria, it is advantage to them in Europe, because they understand equity and fairness. They understand revolution. They know the time to revolutionize, and they know the time to move forward. But in the African context, especially in Nigeria context, the numbers together becomes the demise, which the number was supposed to be the buying power, but it becomes their demise, because unitary system of government, when a greedy man will be in the middle controlling the whole economy, a man who cannot actually who cannot revolutionize ordinary business that gives them money. You want this man who does not have a mentality of revolution to come into a nation, and you tell me that that person will lead you to economic development and economic growth? That answer is no. Forget this monetary policy you think is working, you think that is working, and all this implementation, it is to make you like this. June, July, that's what everybody that goes into the position of power does to you. June, July, maybe they open Iguacha refinery. You think it is the best thing to, it is good. It is good. I applaud Tinubu for doing that. But what is the motive? What is the motive? It is political. It is not done because he cares about the people. It is political, but those who does not understand political warfare will never understand. It is political against P2P. That's exactly what is going on there. You will not be surprised that if he come out in the second turn, you'll find out the Water Port Harcourt refinery might not work anymore. Even I don't know if it is working now, it might not work anymore. So I want you to understand the politics that these guys are playing with your minds, and understand it is time for you to demand for a referendum. The solution of that structure that you do not know where the foundation started, and you believe you will build on something that you don't know the structure that is supposed to be built on it, on a foundation that you do not know how far it is beneath the ground. That's the problem. And it is affecting every sector, from health sector, from justice system, education sector, you know, every sector of the economy is being affected. Every you know, arms of government is being affected because there is no political will. It is ethnic bigots that occupy position and begin to dish out commands that does not help the growth of a nation. And unless we we call for a referendum that will dissolve this structure, the status quo that was enacted by Britain for their own benefit and never for the benefit of the people who are going to live in this nation, until we call for a referendum, we are continue to be doomed to fail. I will leave it here. I said not to all to all of it, finish in of your malas or so equal malas or so no or so no queer or to all you Igbo governors. You go there. If Tinubu romance you today, you will think you will forget the cry you cried yesterday, and you know, all these people that are deceiving themselves. You should know that there is nothing that will make our land to be secured, to be actually protected, to be developed, other than disintegration of that system that continue to give you unitary system of government. If you disintegrate that system, and our Biafrans will go our way and govern, Arewa go their way and govern, we will never have what it takes to be a progressive nation. We will continue to talk about generator republic called Nigeria. We will continue to talk about where children are striking, where they're supposed to go to school for 3 years, 4 years, they go to school for 10 years. Delay strategy. All these things, it is only human being that will see that we have a problem and work towards the solution to that problem, but animals does not. So think about it and ask yourself, did you fall to the category of human being or the category of lower dimensional animal? That's what we need to ask ourselves. All you governors, we know that you have made it because you stole the state coffers from the state coffers, but it does not change the fact that no you say nsuzo onatawaya ni ijiji ezo. Until we meet again. Bye for now.